What does that video have to do with the topic of today? Finding practical ways to fight against systemic injustice. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Guys, everyone, this is h.neat and welcome back to this channel. It's good to see you guys again. On this channel, we'll talk about real stories, real people, real challenges, real life issues. Actually, we're talking about life. We want to talk about life from a Christian, Bible-based perspective. So in my last video, I was talking about the 5 steps that anyone should take and can take if that person want to stop having racial prejudice. But what if it's a system? What if it's not a person? What if there is a system in our community that is racially prejudiced? Jesus in his time had to fight against the religious system that was flawed, a religious system that was discriminatory. Guys, back then, there was a line, a clear line that separated the people, the common people, and the religious leaders. The common people were called the people of the land, and the religious leaders were just called Pharisees, Sadducees, and all those sects. But they were called that way, the people of the land, because they were considered illiterate and people that shouldn't receive the same blessings as these professionals, these religious professionals. So Jesus changed all of that, flipped everything upside down when he came, because he said, blessed are the poor, blessed are these guys that are discriminated because of who they are, because the salvation and the kingdom of God is for them. So that's what Jesus did. That's the gospel right there. That's the gospel. Jesus came and he always worked with those who are discriminated. Now, I'm going to do something very controversial right now, because I'm going to try to explain how I understand the movement Black Lives Matter independently from any political agenda. So let's go to the carpet. So imagine this car as us, the country, the community, maybe even the whole world. But each tires represents an ethnic group. And I don't have, we don't have a lot of tires here to represent all ethnic group in the world, but I'm going to give an example here. And imagine that we are on a journey from point A to a better place, point B. But what if one of the tires are actually messed up? Maybe flat, or maybe even out of position. Now, that's how I understand how Black Lives Matter works. And I don't have to subscribe to any political perspective or any political view to understand that there is something there that needs to be taken care of, and we cannot ignore it. And taking care of this tire, taking care of this ethnic group for the benefit of the whole car or the whole community, the whole country, does not mean that all the tires have become less important. All tires are important. All tires matter. When one tire is not in the right place, when it's not in the position it should be, when it doesn't have the same pressure that all the other tires have, then we have to take care of that. Christian people, you don't have to be political to agree with a term or to agree with a cause. Another quick disclaimer, guys, everything that I'm going to say next are not the only ways that you can do to stand against systemic injustice. So first of all, use your platform, use your social media platform, whatever platform you're on or whatever your platform you have, use your platform to speak against these things. Just write down things, speak loud. If you have a position at work, then use that. Position at school, then use that. It will take time, but I believe ultimately change is inevitable. The second thing that is very controversial is marching. Marching peacefully is a constitutional right. And if you don't have a platform, if marching is not your thing, the third thing you can do, the third thing I'm going to say today is support minority business in your community. That's very, very practical right there. Practical. Support minority businesses, minority-owned businesses in your community. I'm going to put a link down in the description. There is a way to find out what businesses in the community are minority owned. But the fourth thing I want to say today is donate. Donate to organizations that have those values, those humanitarian values, those organizations that thinks that everyone should be treated equally regardless of their race, their ethnicity, their origin. And the last thing that I want to talk about today is the practical thing for a systemic racism to change is vote. Voting is one of the ways to bring change in whatever country you live in. Policies, laws, and all that stuff will help, but it will never change an individual. And I still want to end the video with that part, guys. A person will only change when that person decides to change. And that change, that individual change, that personal individual change usually happens when someone have a special encounter with Jesus. And that's why I'm Christian. I believe that Jesus is the one that can really bring true and lasting change. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. And thank you again for watching. Consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now. Subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you like the content. If you didn't like it, yeah, give me a thumb down. Give me a thumbs down. And while you're at it, push the notification bell and you will never miss a content from this channel. God bless you all and see you guys on the next video.